Would you call this living a double life, frankly?
Yeah, pretty much the definition of it. I mean, it's just like being back in the 1950s, wondering if you were going to be canned.
We're not showing you this man's face because for him to speak freely, we can't.
You feel your heart kind of knot up, or your blood pressure rise a little bit.
He's in his 20s and gay, out in his personal life, but closeted at work.
Does anyone at work know that you're gay?
No.
You've in fact gone to great lengths to hide it.
Yeah, definitely I've avoided a lot of personal anecdotes, or outright sometimes said, oh, I'm single.
But he's not. He lives with his partner of more than a year. But at work, he silences his partner's phone calls and hides vacation photos of them together. He volunteers hundreds of hours fighting for gay rights. But at the office, he is muzzled by fear. He lives in one of 29 states where advocacy groups point out private companies can legally fire someone because they're gay.
All it takes is one person with a homophobic view to decide that that's what they want to do, and they could legally fire you for being gay.
In 2014?
For sure. There's no protection at all.
Many major companies do protect employees by including sexual orientation in their non-discrimination policies. His, though, does not.
It kind of diminishes you as a person.
His struggle is not an anomaly.
Despite gay rights progress in the courts and in public opinion, a new survey by one human rights group found that 53% of LGBT employees across America hide their sexual identity at work. It also found that 35% feel the need to lie about their personal lives in the office.
I'm a gay woman, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm all of those things, and it informs my leadership style.
Christy Smith is a high-ranking executive at consulting firm Deloitte. Her study with NYU of more than 3,000 Fortune 1000 employees found 83% of lesbian, gay, and bisexual respondents cover at least part of their sexual identity at work.
This is the population that is most impacted by this concept of covering, hiding their identity when they come to work.
The most?
The most. They're completely denying, if you will, their sexual identity in order to conform.
But we have all of these committees and organizations and signs on the wall of corporate America.
Yeah.
It's not translating?
No, it's not translating. And I think that it's not, because this isn't about programs and initiatives. This is about leadership, fundamentally, full stop.
It was my direct manager who was a homophobe, and he called the guy beside me, the analyst beside me, a faggot. My second week at work.
Wow.
And I went back in the closet.
That was 16 years ago. Today, Todd Sears runs Out Leadership.
I want you to think about some questions. We'll take 5.
He works with some of the biggest companies in the world to drive change.
I've actually had a number of senior straight managers say, oh, that's personal, you don't need to bring it to the office. And I challenge them and I say, take 24 hours and don't talk about your wife, your children, put all the photos away from your desk, see if you can do that.
Smith and Sears both say that even though 91% of Fortune 500 companies ban discrimination based on sexual orientation, it's about a lot more than diversity and inclusion programs and posters.
It really does take CEOs saying that being LGBT matters, it's positive, and that tone has to trickle down.
The companies run the risk of losing these people and them walking out the door.
The young man we met says she's right. In his company of more than 30,000 people, he doesn't know anyone who is openly gay.
You want to convince people to do what you can't yet do yourself.
I think that's the way forward, is to step up and say, I self-identify.
But he hopes soon he won't have to hide.
Maybe I'll be the first, we'll see. I mean, someone has to step up eventually.
Poppy Harlow, CNN, reporting.